Welcome to another inspiring and timely message from our pastors here at the Crossroads.
Robert Louis Stevenson was an author who was Scottish, from Scotland. And when he was a little boy, he went on a walk with his dad at dusk. And back in those days, they didn't have electricity. This was many years ago, and a couple of centuries back. And they had lamplighters because they had gas lights in the streets, and the lamplighters would climb up and light the lamps. And Robert Louis Stevenson said, "Look, Daddy," just a little boy, "Look, Daddy, the man is punching the darkness." And that's what we're called to do. Jesus said that we are sons of light, daughters of light, and we are called to punch the darkness. We live in a very difficult hour. And I even talked to a very strong Christian lady the other day. This has been a member of this church forever. And she said, it was so good to me to come to the ladies' Taste of the Holidays. She says, because I just found myself just closing in my home and just so much fear to even go out and be in public because of all of the things that are happening. So it was good for me to get out and be with the children of the Lord and rejoice, and it lifted my spirit, and I had a great time, and the message ministered to me. Well, maybe you're out there this evening and you feel the same way. You think twice before going to the movies or the mall or some restaurant because of the darkness that is in this world today and tonight. But Jesus said, "I have come as a light into the world, that whoever believes in me should not abide in darkness." And darkness is the many problems that we see in the human condition all over this globe. Darkness is ignorance. When you were a little child and you would say, "Oh, don't turn all the lights out because there's monsters in my room." And we want a night light on. But we grow up, right? And when we grow up, we learn that those shadows are not monsters or lions or bears. They're just shadows. And so the knowledge of that sets us free. And so we as God's children don't have to walk in the ignorance that the rest of the world is walking in. I'm not calling them dumb. I'm just saying if you're ignorant of Jesus as the light, then everything around you can instill fear. And then darkness is uncertainty. The other night, I went to a posada, and Noelle was walking me back, and a couple of the guys were with me to get me back to my car because it's dark, and I didn't know the territory, and I wasn't sure where I was stepping, and I didn't want to fall. They didn't want me to fall. Well, that's the way it is when you walk in the world without Jesus. Jesus said in John 12, "He who walks in darkness does not know where he is going." But when we walk in the light and follow Jesus, he said, "I am the light. If you follow me, you will have the light." So we need to see Christ as our light. Enjoy him, walk with him, have a good life inside of him. And that way, we are assured that the darkness will not overwhelm us, but the light will overwhelm the darkness. Jesus said a strange statement. He said, "I am the light of the world." Well, we don't see that, do we? Everywhere we go, we see a lot of darkness in this world. So there's 4 things I think we need to think about in what Jesus said, "I am the light of the world." 1, the world has no other light but him. If Jesus is not the light, then it's darkness. It's either Jesus or darkness. He said, "I am the light of the world." His light is not an attribute of God. It's who he is. God is love. God is light. It's the nature of Jesus. He is light. And number 2, all the world needs Jesus as the light. And number 3, the world was made by the light and for the light. Creation is not uncomfortable with this. It says all of creation is groaning in travail for the manifestation of God's sons of light. The creation yearns for the light that Jesus is. This is This is the light of the owner of the world. Go back to Genesis. Go back to the first chapter of John in the Gospels. He is the creator. He is the energy. He is the light. And so the light of Christ is very native to this world. And there's so much talk about, ecology today, and whether we should be military-minded or ecology-minded with all of the situations in the planet. Feeds right into the fact this planet, this creation is yearning for the manifestation of the light, because its light is its native. Jesus Christ, the light, is its native environment. And number 4, one day this world will be full of the light of Jesus, and all darkness will be removed. Hell, Jesus said, is outer darkness. It's pushed out of the realm of creation. Hello? And all the world will be filled with the light of Jesus Christ. In John 1:4, it says, in him was life, and the life was the light of men. Until Jesus' life is in you, you're a dead man. And dead men can't see. They don't have vision. But when we are born again and the life of Jesus comes into our lives, then it gives us the ability to see the light. For the first time, we truly see beauty. For the first time, we see the good going on around us, the good in other people, because we are given sight in the light. So we always want to pray. And as we go into this next year, open our eyes, dear Jesus. We want to see you, and we want to be sons and daughters of light.
This is the end of the teaching from our pastors. For more information, visit thecrossroads.org or download our app in the App Store. Thank you for listening.